Hi everyone, I'm Gretchen Heido. As a master coach who works with executives and entrepreneurs, I'm often asked about how to negotiate. Many people struggle with the idea of negotiating, and they think that someone has to lose in order for the other person to win. Sometimes they believe that to negotiate, you have to be cutthroat, aggressive, or downright mean. Here's the deal. Nothing could be further from the truth. The best negotiators are great conversationalists. They listen, they get curious about the other person's point of view, and they know that the word no is only the opening point for any true negotiation to be made. All of us negotiate every day. We negotiate with ourselves, we negotiate in traffic, we negotiate with our loved ones, and we negotiate with the people that we work with. If you can reframe the word negotiation from being something scary to come to an agreement that serves both people, you'll already be a step ahead. Sooner or later, you will have to negotiate with somebody who you view as being in a powerful position. So, how can you get the best results in a negotiation? I'm going to tell you. With a negotiation, both parties are coming to the table with their needs and what they want. They're both thinking about what would serve their best interests. Negotiating is a way of reconciling the various visions and needs of both parties, as well as the inevitable stepping stone to an improved future. So just think about that. It's what they want and it's what you want, and how do we get there? The number one tip when it comes to negotiating is to ask for what you want. Asking is really important. If you don't ask, you're not going to get the thing that you're wanting no matter what. Negotiation is just another method of asking. So the first step that a master negotiator takes is making a decision to negotiate in the first place. It might sound silly, but think about it. All of those times that you were negotiating in your head, you thought about what you wanted, but you never asked, people are often hesitant to make a request because of the potential consequences or the way that they think that they're going to look. So what you need to do and remember is that every situation is negotiable. When you ask for a change or for what you want, you always move closer to that step. What usually gets in the way is our fear. So I want you to think about this. What makes you afraid to ask for things? What have you asked for that made you nervous, but you got it? By taking the just ask approach, you're going to be able to get a firm yes or no. By asking direct questions, you can quickly find out how interested someone else is regarding the outcome of the negotiation. Are they eager? Are they willing? Do they want to make a move on the terms? The sooner you can determine the interest level, the faster you're going to be able to reach the final stretch of that negotiation. Cut out the maybe and get to a yes as early as you can. No one wants their time wasted. You don't and they don't. And being direct is a really good way to get a solid answer. I know that can be uncomfortable, but it is something that works. So here's something I want to teach you. It's a great method for negotiation. It's called MESO. It stands for multiple, equivalent, simultaneous offers. I know, it's a mouthful. But the goal behind MESOs is to give the other party multiple options to choose from that are all equivalent from your standpoint. It was created by Victoria Medvick, a professor at the Northwestern Kellogg School of Management. Her approach to negotiation is not only backed up by academic research, but it tends to feel a lot less stressful in high-stakes matters. So this is for those of you who feel really afraid to ask. So here's how you create a MESOs. It's pretty easy. The first thing is you want to create a list of all of the issues that matter to both you and the other party. Second, weigh both options by estimating how important these issues are for both of you. Think about alternatives. Identify realistic possible choices for each issue. Then I want you to narrow down the choices. Create 3 alternative offers that would be compelling to the other party and are mutually equivalent from your standpoint. I know, that was a mouthful, so let me give you an example so that you can put this into real practice and apply it in your own life. So, let's say that our example situation is you're the CEO of a growing music company and you're making a job offer to the VP of sales. You could do it the standard way, and that would be a single offer. Or you could try giving the candidate multiple options, or MESOs. So here's what you would do. First, you'd create that list. Make a list of everything that would matter to both you and the candidate for that job offer. So let's say the variables that matter on both sides are money. It's the salary, it's commission, it's equity, vacation time. There might be other things like the size of the sales team, budget, but let's keep this simple just for the sake of this example. I hope you're following me so far. The next part is you want to weigh each option. Estimate how important these issues are for each party. So for you as the CEO and for the potential VP that's going to be joining your company. From that, you want to gather the information that the candidate really values. What's the upside from equity to the commission, but that also supports a family and the needs for a healthy salary. You're guessing they're less concerned with vacation time. On your end, let's say you care about managing cash, i.e. the needs to keep a lid on the salary, maintaining a work hard culture. It might be that there's a bias against too much vacation and achieving valuation milestones for investors. So you could be open to being generous with commission and equity if it's tied to results. I want you then to think about the alternatives. Identify realistic possible alternatives for each issue. Given the preferences, let's imagine that the realistic alternative for equity are 1 or 2% of the company's shares. Maybe there's a 4-year vesting period, but still think about what that would be. Depending on the rest of the package, we might decide that an alternative could be vacation time. Instead of the standard 2 weeks vacation, there could be a possibility for 3 or 4 weeks if that's important to the candidate. If it isn't the case, then there might be 2 or 3 alternative salaries and commission structures that would help that person to want to say yes. Then you want to narrow down the choices. Create 3 alternative offers that would be compelling to the other party and are mutually equivalent from your standpoint. So if you do that, what's going to happen is this. You're going to be negotiating on a level that is best for you and best for the potential person that you want to get the yes from. What can happen is they can see that something is very important to them. It might not be the first thing that you've offered up, but it could be the second or the third choice. As you're looking at that, you're going to get a true yes. Not everybody is motivated by money and not everybody is motivated by equity. Some people really want vacation time or working from home. If you can afford it, you can do all of these different things and it will help both of you come to a mutual decision. And that's how you create a great plan. It might seem a little bit belabored and tedious, but I'll tell you, the people who do this end up feeling empowered. So I hope that you will try this MESOS technique and let me know what you think.